Collective. Divine Feminine Collective. I heard your child's father has been demoted to that of a sperm donor because you are the real alchemist. Listen, come on in. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning back, welcome back. Come on in. When I got that download, I was like, damn, creator? We're just gonna shoot straight from the hip over the bloodlines? Because you know, when you co-create a child with somebody, you take on the spiritual contracts of that bloodline. Now your child is the common denominator between two bloodlines. And so if the universe is saying we've demoted your child's father to just that simply as a sperm donor, that means that spiritually somebody didn't show up for their bloodline properly as it related to the common denominator, which is the child. It's your prayers that sustained you. You might have prayed over this child night and day. God, just protect my child. Lord, I done had a child with somebody that is a whole warlock, a whole witch, a whole, come on. Now this person is getting a message of concern. Something's coming to an end, okay? Whoever this person is, they didn't tell you they were connected to the Warlockians on the download. This person was doing heavy spell work. Could have even did heavy spell work over the child with destruction. Maybe they wanted you not to have something, voodoo, because they wanted to control you. You know, men of this caliber, they are very peculiar creatures to me because they want to destroy you, but they never hold themselves accountable to the fact that they couldn't sustain the energy that you carry. But the fact that you took the best part of them and alchemized the seed in your womb, creating a new creation of them, that's the thanks we get. They did beauty spells, fat spells, you know. Warlocks like this, they love isolation spells. They don't want nobody to see you. They don't want you to meet anybody else. Just stay at home. Just don't. It's like, what? Divine Feminine. Remember to use your intuition. I don't feel like I need to say that, but I'm going to state the obvious. And maybe I'm being slightly facetious. In fact, admittedly so, I will admit I am being a little facetious when I say that. This person did too much. They've been demoted to sperm donor. You might be getting news about your child's father soon. This person did too much for too long. For some of you, your children are adults now, honey. Child, I can't make this up. Somebody's sitting up thinking about how you had this healing energy, how you were nice, how you were loving, how you were caring, how you never needed to ask anybody to propose their feelings to you because you had enough energy to sustain the love and the relationship. But now that you've co-created and you've alchemized their bloodline too, you have the power and the right now to call judgment over the bloodline because of the child that you carry for this person. This is what they didn't see. So every attack that they were sending to you or attack they were sending to their own child to try to make it hard for you, it's like stabbing your own self in the back. That's the way the bloodline saw it. That's the way the ancestors saw it, because the child is the common denominator. And if you're the high priestess, in fact, you are the healer, that means that you're alchemizing the energy. You're praying for the child. You're praying in the atmosphere. You're keeping the energy on a high frequency. You've alchemized the best version of this man that has now just simply been demoted to somebody that donated their sperm, donated their seed. You took it and turned it into something they don't even recognize. Ooh. Took the best parts of you. because I was giving the best parts of me. I was only reaching for the best parts of you. Now we got to block you because we didn't know you had all these demons attached to your bloodline. This is why you got to be mindful who you co-create with. Once you make it past the first 10 years, it's a wrap. That first 10 will get you in 10 years of the child's life. I'm telling you, whether y'all are together or not, spiritual contracts are being made. This child now has a responsibility. And one thing that we don't want to allow is the karma of the fathers of the children to fall upon the children. Hell no, man. What the hell you thought this was? We don't have to walk around saying, oh, I'm a divine feminine. Oh, look at me. Hey, did you know I was a divine feminine? We don't have to say that. This energy, it speaks for itself. If you feel it, you feel it. If you don't, you don't. And if you can't, then well, hell, it's not for you to feel. It's not for you to see. It's over. Whatever this is, it has been officially blocked. At this point, it's just pure alchemy. That's it. This is all it is, self-love. You took that seed, you alchemized it, and you turned it into something good. You could see what was wrong. You saw at some point, oh, okay, yeah, the scope of maybe why we got connected has changed for me. I might have trauma bonded with you. And we co-created a child out of trauma. That's a lot of energy between two people. Or maybe we didn't bond in trauma. Maybe we thought it was romantic. But now that the smoke has cleared, we have to see ourselves through this child. This child is not like their mother or not like their father. They're not. They are a new creation. They're not obligated. We're not obligated to wear the energy of our foremothers when we've already satisfied that energy. So whatever sins that somebody tried to lay upon your bloodline that belonged to people that came before you, that got kicked out. That got pushed out. It is spiritually illegal now to pass down your sins to your children. We're not doing that no more. That's illegal. So do that, Creator says, F around and find out. That's the truth, man. Listen, I'm telling you. It's interesting because whoever these masculines are, these sperm donors, they wanted you in emotional pain. They wanted you stuck. They wanted you to have a hard time so that you would have to turn to them or that they would get the child, basically, or anything, just whatever this was. But instead, in this energy, you found yourself. You're not even somebody that they recognize anymore. So if they were doing magic over you, oh, child, I just heard some of these people had some of your items, whatever they had, it doesn't matter. You outgrew the energy. They don't even know you like that no more. It's like, you don't know me like that. Someone's like, I know the way you think. You're like, no. There are situations and circumstances that are meant to change us in a good way. And this is what you did. It changed you. Leaving this person now sitting in what appears to be frustration, conflict, emotional pain, mental and emotional instability. That's unfortunate, but these are the curses on their bloodline, the spirits that you keep casting out of the bloodline that they keep calling back. So now they have to sit with them. And they're blocked from your energy. Whatever they just did, they can't do it no more. They can't do it anymore. The last time was the last time. You can't keep sending that nasty energy. Somebody was doing all kinds of stuff to knock you off your kilter. Because divine feminine, you have the gift of alchemy. You took this. This person may have done sex magic over you too, but remember, you were a different woman then, so that's okay. This person don't even know this body. You understand what I'm saying, divine feminine? Give me a heck yeah in the comments. Put a star because you are a star. You are radiant. You are amazing. alpha females. We don't run in packs, but we definitely get together. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. You alchemize this out of the bloodline. Promiscuity, non-committal, divorce, depression, conflict, spirits of frustration, unclean spirits, suicide spirits. This is what this man had in his bloodline. Addiction, drugs. You then become pregnant with his seed and you feed it so much love that he doesn't even recognize the fact that you just did him a solid. You just broke all the curses on his bloodline by way of deciding to co-create with Creator in triple darkness in your womb and take his seed and turn it into something brand new. The child is not like you, divine feminine. The child is not like him. The child is a new creation of pure love. And somebody don't know what to do now. This baby's father, if they refer to themselves as the baby's father, a baby's daddy, the sperm donor, they've been demoted in the spiritual realm. Spiritual court is now in session. They've been demoted in the spiritual realm. Come on into spiritual court, to the courthouse. That's what Creator just said. Your ass been demoted. Child, who is the pappy of this their baby? The emperor, the father, protector, wise, somebody that does the right thing. This man didn't do that. And you alchemize their curses in their bloodline so good, they don't even know what to say. They can't say nothing. They were harvested for years. I just heard deliverance. This person should have prayed for deliverance instead of doing this wicked work on you. Divine feminine, they did beauty spells, love spells. I want to get back together spells. Let me come over real quick and see my son spells. Like, bitch, no, what are you doing? No. Once that door is closed, yeah, I just heard that song. When a woman's fed up, it ain't nothing you can do about it. It's like running out of love. No matter how you see it, it ain't nothing you can do about it. You can't do nothing about it, baby. And that's the truth. It's like kind people, patient divine feminines, baby. They deserve natural, supernatural powers because they're sincere people. People are like, how do you do that? How did you survive all that? Yeah, because when you're kind and sweet and it's genuine and you get it, you're like, oh, I'm here to break contracts, spiritual contracts, cool, karmic debt. You start satisfying that shit real good. I got people that I know my ancestors had karmic contracts with that I've come in contact with since I've been at this platform. Peace be with them wherever they are. And I paid my debt real quick. Once I realized what it was, it didn't take me long. I said, oh, this is the contract. And then Creator started to reveal to me what I needed to make right. I sent them money for their birthday. Some of them I haven't talked to since forever, but when I sold into them, it was my way of paying my way up out of my spiritual contract on a monetary level, like here. This is to satisfy the contract. Whatever this energy is here that our ancestors had, I've come to settle the debt. I'm not taking on any more generational curses. My grandchildren's grandchildren and the people that come after me, they won't know nothing about none of these curses. They will be born for real, karmically debt free. Their sins, This father, this child has carried this man's sins, honey, and healed him. Look, temperance. This child is showing up as an earth angel. I just heard angels and demons. You could be the angel. He could have been the demon. You alchemized the seed, baby, and you got yourself an earth angel who ain't no joke in the shadows, though. Don't play around with it. He still got that shadow in his bloodline, But you teach the child what it is, and they know how, 1444 on the timer, they know what to do with that shadow. They know how to contain it. You expose the wicked tricks of the enemy so that they will know what to look for. You do it when they're really young. Page of Wands. Yeah, I just heard, that's my son. That's my daughter. That's my moon. Those are my stars. Yeah, listen. Gave birth to stars. What you thought this was? That's alchemy. That's proof that real love changes chaos. The Five of Wands in the reverse. This person sent you spiritual warfare. They prayed against your progress. They wanted you to have a downfall, a spiraling downfall, so you can come back and be with them. And maybe you did go back a few times. Maybe you even thought about it. Maybe you even considered it. Whatever the case, you're not even that woman anymore. When a woman's fed up, it really, honestly, is nothing you can do about it. You got a high level commitment coming in, divine feminine. The Empress energy, real divine masculine, somebody that's really has like a very beautiful relationship with the divine. This is a lot of self-love here. This is properly coming in. I just heard a proper courtship. Proper courtship. Yeah, you got to put these people through interviews, you know? When I'm in an interview, you gotta ask them, hey, are you over your childhood traumas? You know, what kind of date you want to go on? Let's write our inner child a letter. If your inner child vibes with this person, your adult self is going to vibe. And this is why you're getting a high level commitment, because that's pure love. That's healing. Not only did you heal your bloodline, break all the curses within your bloodline, you healed your mother's inner child, your sister, you healed all the children within your bloodline. And you then gave birth to a whole new bloodline that has never been before. The people that have come before you, the ancestors that have come before you, they've not accomplished this. You're doing something new up under the sun. Somebody is really predicated on, oh, there's nothing new up under the sun. We knew they were going to do that. We knew this was going to happen. No, you are something new up under the sun. That's why the problem presents itself. This is why the father, the padrino, the papa, this is why this person is being demoted to sperm donor. Page of Wands and Temperance. Yeah, this child is an earth angel. I can't make this up. This child is seeing the truth. Somebody's child is a natural born king of swords, whose energy. Doesn't matter their zodiac sign. We don't isolate you to your zodiac sign once you master the elements. This is somebody that's in their Gemini energy. This is a real creative person, okay? Very much tapped into different levels of communication. When it comes to balance, they can see everything. This child is a blessing. There could have been some weird spiritual aspects around this child too when they were young, spiritual war, but the Five of Wands is in the reverse. It's the father. It's on the father's side. This father tried to dump his sins on his child after he realized that you were chosen. So he got together with people. Three of Pentacles could have even sought out some type of assistance. Maybe he got help. Look at the way they're making a plan to do something. Somebody was like, oh shit, wait a minute. Once they realized that you were an earth angel, they then tried to dump their karma or even use the child spiritually as a shield. The Three of Pentacles, yeah, they worked with somebody. Look at this person. They're so diligent. The way they're thinking about how they're going to get to this pentacle. The way that man is pointing at that pentacle, he's like, okay, we got to get to this. But look at the red surrounding the pentacle. That represents alarm. That represents fire. That represents somebody not only looking from an earthly level, but from a spiritual level. They're like, okay, this shit is hot. This person has a lot of spiritual protection. We know that if we try this, we better do everything that we can. But how can we get around that fire? They couldn't. Five of Wands in the reverse. Something backed that ass up. Some of them could have even sat back and was like, what the hell was that? Nigga, that's some, listen. That's something from up out of this world, honey. You don't even want to go there. Yeah, I just heard Zion, honey. I just heard Zion. While somebody was trying to cause an apocalypse, we saved the day with these children. Yeah, the generational curses have been broken. This is beautiful. It's going to be really good moving forward. Now you're creating the family that you want. You're creating the family that you want, and you're doing it intuitively and discerningly because you're walking in that energy. It's really nice to meet people. The other day, y'all, just a little commercial break, I went into the store to go get me 2 candles, right? Long story short, I go in there and I'm feeling pretty good that day. Got my colorful dress on and my hair is wrapped up and I got my shades on and I'm just feeling good. I'm kind of like in my own little world, singing a song, if you will. And I get to the counter and I see this lady right in front of me and she's paying for her stuff. And I said, oh, I think in my head, oh, that's a nice lady. Like I see her aura, right? That's what I'm thinking in my head. So as I get to the counter, I said, oh, these are $5 a piece. I said, I only brought in $10. I said, I really hope there's no tax on it. So it came up to 1083. And so as the lady is walking off, now listen, this is a lady who at first glance, you think that she's Caucasian. But when she started talking to me, she let me know, oh yeah, that she was a melanated woman. And so she goes, here. She just puts the money in my hand. She's like, I got it. She's like, listen, I'm about to sow into my blessing. This is what she told me standing at the counter, y'all. True story, I kid you not. Man, that's good stuff. I'm so grateful. Then I'm like, okay, she only gave me 50 cents, but it was 83 cents. She goes, no, here. She was like, listen, I got blessings coming. She gave me $1. She gave me $1.50. I'm like, I didn't have to go to my car. I had the money in my car. And I said, thank you. I was so grateful. And then I stopped and there was another man behind me. He smiled at me. Everybody around me was smiling. And I thought, what a beautiful moment. She walks out of the store and I said, and another guy walks up, a black guy, and said, I said, I had to remind myself to be a cheerful receiver. And they all looked at me and they was like, yeah. I said, yeah, a cheerful giver and a cheerful receiver. I said, because I've done what she just did for people. I just never tell people. I'm not like, hey, I paid for somebody's stuff. I've done that so many times. So when it came back to me, I was like, wow. God was like, just be a cheerful receiver. You were a cheerful giver. This is good karma. You needed this dollar right now. I'm like, yeah, I did. But what she said, walking out of the store, like, and I'm like, wow. This is what it looks like. This is what it feels like when you break the generational curses on both sides of your family. Going back since the beginning of time, you've rescued the wounded children. What needed to be casted out, gotten rid of, has been casted out. They can try to open up your Akasha if they want to, but you're somewhere in the Okasha because you've rewritten the whole story. So these people don't even know what they're reading. Everybody wants to get into the Akasha. What have you been through? What's going on? What are your past lives? How'd you get this power? Where are you from? Da, 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 da. But they get lost in the matrix of something that is eternally sending them down a spiral because you have no business being here. Is this the thanks that the divine feminine gets for alchemizing all the bullshit through the child? Yeah, look, you make this person stand up. King of Cups, you turn a child by way of alchemy, by way of your prayers, by way of your projections, what you projected onto this child. You took this child away from a bloodline that was doomed and you cleared their debt. This man has been demoted to sperm donor. That's what Spirit just says. You gave birth to the son. You gave birth to the spoken son. Whatever your prayers were, whatever you did, whatever cleanses you did on your children. Maybe you were teaching them meditation. Maybe you were praying over them in the night. Maybe God was waking you up in the witching hour and you knew something was going on and you got up just to pray. Whatever this is, it's all adding up now. It all matters. Whew. If you faint not, in due season, so shall you reap. Listen, this is what I hear the Holy Spirit saying. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for being here. Somebody's bloodline is of archangels, okay? So I don't know if these people were privy to the fact that your bloodline was of archangels, but you have a very special bloodline. It is a brand new bloodline. You have no business with these karmic energies anymore. The Five of Wands is in the reverse. Their life is getting hit left and right. The practitioners are dropping. This is somebody's child's father who was engaging in some type of spiritual warfare against you for a long time. For some of you, it was 3 years, 13 years, 16 years. For some of you, the child is an adult or 18 plus or something like that. For some of you, you have a 25-year-old. Yeah, look, I can't make this up. This person was harvesting off your child, tormenting the child, and doing it through guilt. In this child's energy, it's like somebody sending illusions in the dream state, like, I'll always be here for you. And the child is like, Mom, I had a dream about my dad. Magic. They were doing magic to harvest off this child, to build up some type of like, remorse, if you will. Like, I miss my dad. This person's a whole warlock, a whole witch that's trying to sacrifice the child and you. This is what they were doing to the child, making the child feel guilty. Okay. But harvesting off of the child's emotions. Page of Cups, that's penetrating the dream state. Harvesting a child in the dream state. This is what this father figure was doing. When this person was supposed to be like being the emperor, yeah, look, he's been blocked. He has been demoted to that person that has merely donated a mustard seed. Now you got a full-grown guy, a full-grown son, a whole king of cups. You took that mustard seed and created a whole human being with your prayers, with your alchemy. You transmuted the energy within your womb. You rewrote the DNA. You broke this person's generational curses. You have the power to call down judgment over their bloodline, and they know it. They want to get nasty. They want to get ugly. Don't even worry about it. I'm just going to go tell your ancestors on you. Don't worry about it. This child is a common denominator. And if I, the mother of this child, is doing the right thing, the divine feminine, and you're not doing the right thing as the dad, I'm going to call judgment on you. So when your shit start going topsy-turvy, and now the tables have turned, and now you're in the 9 of swords, with the 5 of wands in the reverse, something whooping your ass to and fro with the 3 of wands in the reverse, and now your roads are blocked, just know that it's your ancestors beating the hell out of you. The child is the common denominator. The child is a king of cups, honey. And the divine feminine is coming up in the 6 of wands. You even could have said to this person, don't hate your father. He had a bad childhood. Just pray for him every day. Like that. Yeah, you that kind of person? Yeah, I can't make it up. You got your child's father's ancestors celebrating you. They're rooting you on for a healthy relationship. They want you to be with a divine masculine. Because that's tossing out the trash. The father doing witchcraft over your child's mother? Oh, you're crazy. The ancestors are standing with the child, and with the child is the mother, and with the mother are her prayers, and with the mother is the creator. Her prayers have come into fruition. She took a mustard seed and raised an entire divine masculine from a tumultuous bloodline where the sins didn't have to fall on him. This is like mental illness. This is demonic oppression. Somebody's child's father was into some dark stuff. How deep down you gotta go? How dark does it have to get for you to find the light? Oh, everybody want to go deep, but don't nobody want to go low. That's what I just heard. This person just got, I don't know, just wanted to take your life and turn it upside down. Something came from out of another world, y'all, okay? And I'm just going to keep it real with you. I know a lot of you don't believe in alien abduction and etc. It's real, okay? Just leave that alone. Just keep your life basic, but all of that is real, baby. It's stuff coming from other realms with fire and water. The water represents emotionally stable war. Like this war gotta happen. So even the hate has been like solidified by the Ace of Cups. It's like this is divine war. This is the wrath of God. The destruction is divine. It has to happen. This is what the divine is saying. That's why the Ace of Cups is there. This is to protect the Ace of Cups. There's a wall of fire. Didn't we just say that they were sitting around trying to figure out how to get through all that red energy, all that fire? They're like, man, this person got some protection around them. Yeah, what you thought? And they took a chance anyway. And something flipped that ass over, something turned that ass around. And that's what it's all about. Creator said they was out there doing the hokey pokey, turned that punk ass right on around. And that's what it's all about. Ah, divine feminine, you are so beautiful. You're so radiant. You're so pure. You're so forgiving. You're so loving. You're so kind. You're so consistent. You're so passionate. You're so real. You're so honest. You are the truth. You are perfect in every way imaginable, from your hair follicles to your toenails. You are perfect. You are divine. Even your imperfections and the mistakes that you made were perfect. And this is what it is. You alchemized this out of your bloodline. I just heard gang violence. For some of you, you had some, your child's father was from the hood. Okay. Yeah, that's what I heard. A couple of them could have gone to jail. Okay, that's fine. You were a different woman then, but you got the best part of this person. You went on and you changed. So much so, this person doesn't even recognize you in energy. So if they're still trying to do magic, they cannot feel you. They're like, this energy is unfamiliar. And somebody's child is alchemizing this energy. Look at this child. This man tried to put his weight on his child's back. I'm telling you, this warlock, when he realized that you were the Ace of Cups high priestess, and he could have gotten divination, he could have had a premonition, he could have saw you in a dream. Once he realized that, he said, ooh, the child is the meat between two slices of bread, 10. But he only had 10 years to do it. The number 10 is the number of completion, because then we're back to 1, which is the year of fire and war, Sagittarius energy, okay? So for 10 years, this child could have gone through a lot of spiritual warfare. Maybe there were weird occurrences around the child, or weird sicknesses and stuff like this. Was his father. You literally, because somebody's a nasty ass warlock and they had a whole bunch of karma. So as you're breaking the curses, they're trying to pull the child back into the dark to keep the curses on and manipulate their emotions through the spirit. But then divine intervention set in, because remember, you're the divine feminine. You're coming with all this love. You're praying over this child for 10 years straight. You didn't cease, even when you didn't see the outcome yet, because that shit seemed like it was taking forever, didn't it? And here we are. You got a full-grown child. And if this child is not full-grown yet, Spirit is saying if your child is still young, somebody has a 4-year-old, a 9-year-old, this is who he's going to be. He's already being celebrated in the future, which is happening right now. That's what Spirit just said. That's what I just heard. That's what I just heard. And that's what I just said. And that's permanent, going within, purification, Virgo energy. I just heard free your mind and the rest will follow. Don't be colorblind. Don't be so shallow. What song is that? Free your mind and the rest will follow. Yeah. Be colorblind. Don't be so shallow. Yeah, you got a real man coming in. And the crazy part is, for this guy, whoever the karmic sperm donor is, his bloodline is helping you to get a real divine masculine. Somebody's ancestors are like, come talk to us anytime. You didn't set us free. We were trapped in between realms. Like this bloodline that you had a child with, they all demotic. The mama's a witch, the daddy's a witch, everybody's a witch, people always dying. Like, yeah, somebody was into some dark type stuff. Somebody could have been like, this is a dark bloodline, y'all. Deeply rooted. Somebody could have had like all kinds of initiations. Oh yeah, this is a real warlock right here. This person unalived their other child's mother. Or they created, if somebody had more than one child's mother, they did stuff to her too. Oh yeah, this is one of those. This is one of those. That's crazy. When a woman's fed up, a divine masculine has to come in because she really is the truth. Yeah. Divine feminine don't have to say that she's the divine feminine. If you watch somebody long enough and you pay a close attention, the truth is going to come out. They can't hide who they are, especially if you're praying for the truth. You'll see a divine feminine by the way she acts. Because words without actions, the work is dead. Like, But if somebody's saying that there's something that they're not, eventually it's going to come out if you're praying for truth. So it's like the divine feminine is just that. It's her actions that show it. It's the patience, it's the love, it's the diligence, it's the consistent prayers, it's the praying mamas, it's the Mother Mary energy. Mary Magdalene. Yeah, I just said, Mary, did you know that your baby boy, your baby girl, will give sight to a blind man? He's coming up as the son. Did you know that the child that you gave birth to was going to be this amazing child? That this child would someday walk on water? Pisces energy. The feet are the fish. The feet are the part of the body that Pisces rules. Did you know, Mary? Did you know, Divine Mother, that your child would give sight to a blind man? That he would carry the Christ-like consciousness? Did you know that all that love that you gave, look at the way this person's bloodline, your child's father's bloodline is celebrating you for what you did for the child and their bloodline, the Ten of Cups. Because you showed so much love and compassion in the Cancerian energy, the Queen of Cups energy with the Chariot, and you moved their bloodline forward. You cleared out all the debt through the child. And you turned the wheel, you delivered bloodlines that were doomed, okay? When they say you came back to do a beautiful work, sometimes you get the darkest of bloodline. You like, oh my God, this man is stalking me. He's saying he's gonna unalive me. Like, where did the love go? And then they look at you while they're trying to destroy you in the spirit, talking about what's love got to do with it. And you came in with the Hierophant's energy. That's a dark bloodline. And then you sit back and you're like, oh my God, I got a son with this person. Oh my God, I need to start praying. Year 1, year 2, all the way up to year 10, baby, listen. Prayers without ceasing. Now we're cashing in all those prayers that we prayed over these babies. Listen, I'm telling you, their bloodline is celebrating you. They're really happy. Yeah, look. 10 of Swords. This person did everything. You name it, they did it for 10 years. This is a dark ass warlock. This person knows the rules though. 10-10. They may have even tried to destiny swap with your child. Damn. Yeah, this man has been demoted to sperm donor. You just donated the little mustard seed. We've been since alchemized all this demonic ass energy out of the bloodline. Look at the 5 of Wands in the reverse, chaos. 3 of Wands in the reverse. It can go no further. It's in the reverse. The universe says we blocking that shit. 9 of Swords got people up thinking. Own ancestors are whooping that ass because the divine feminine called judgment. When the child went to the next level, past that age of 10, it was a wrap. That's adolescence. That's preteen energy. That's young man, young lady energy. A curse has been breaking 10-10. You basically like literally casted out all the demons in your child's father's bloodline. You sure the hell did. The world, honey. Listen, you closed this out. You said, You saw little ways in the child and you alchemized it in the spirit. That's a real goddess. That's a real earth angel. Somebody's got a very beautiful DNA splice. You know, you're like part goddess, part angel, part alien, part everything, part divine mother, divine father. Like the fact that you walk with everything in creation within you got these people shook it. They don't know what to do. I hear the crows crowing outside. The spirit realm is getting a message. You got too much protection around you. This person could have even called death down, and the spirit realm is talking. That crow is crowing. 6 of Pentacles and the Empress energy, something about you getting balance. The spirit realm is sending the messengers. Somebody could have been sending like trickster energies to their child's mother. Clarify. Yeah, this person was obsessed. Oh man, that's unfortunate. They became obsessed with taking you out and seeing you struggle. Now it's over. It's judgment's been called down. If somebody went into an agreement, yeah, they wanted your gifts. They have to give you something, okay? What's this? What's the devil in the Ten of Pentacles? They were obsessed over you. Yeah, they got to give you something. Whoa, that crow is sitting right outside my window, and it's like, huh? Can y'all hear it? It's loud. Ooh, this is what they're saying. This is what the spirit realm is saying right now. This is what you get. The spirit realm has deemed you to get a blessing for your patience and your virtue. I'm telling you, this is what the messenger is saying right now. We're in the thick of it. They're saying. I just heard the spiritual contracts have been cleared. Every angel in heaven, every spirit in the earth knows who you are, divine feminine. Where you go, they have to get out of your way. Even if they don't understand it, that's fine. You come in too much love and light. You like Mother Mirror. If y'all know Mother Mirror, she's amazing. I think that's her name. You got the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the High Priestess. Why the messenger? Because you get everything. This person has to give you something or leave you something. You're coming up as the Empress. You stayed in alignment. You didn't waver. When you said you weren't going back, you did not go back to this person. This is what they were anticipating. And now this deal with the devil is no longer a burden for your child to carry. Your son, your daughter. I'm hearing a son. It's like a father tried to destiny swap with the son. So they may have tried to offer their child up to the devil or something dark within the bloodline to keep some type of spiritual dark contract open. Somebody wanted their child to be just like them. That's a form of destiny swapping. The child is nothing like them or you. The child is a new creation. The child is perfect love. That's why all of this is coming in. Just imagine 10 years of somebody spiritually attacking you, and now you alchemize this so beautifully with love and forgiveness that their bloodline is giving you rewards and helping you get your new divine masculine. Like, what? They didn't alchemize the sperm. Look at all this good wealth and prosperity. This is you praying, speaking over your children. Even when something was wrong, you recognized it immediately. You spoke a prayer and the angels came to assist. If it wasn't for the Creator, it doesn't mean you didn't have any nights like this. You probably did. But you had to separate, as in divide, somebody's projections over you from your own pure thoughts. You tapped into source. People tried to drive you crazy. They may have even said that you were crazy. You're a real divine feminine. You're a high priestess. You're pure. Even your anger is pure. Even your anger is predicated on love. You know, when we catch ourselves being upset because people don't want to be good people, sometimes that's a little upsetting. But now at this level, we like, hey, who am I to say what it is that you will and won't do with your karma? Because we already see that Dharma is real and the spirit realm has spoken. That crow sat just outside my window, was like, sat there for what, a whole minute straight, 2 minutes? The message is the bloodlines are celebrating you. Something's coming in and it's really, really good. You sustained yourself between two bloodlines, not to mention your bloodline. You had to break those curses and the curses over your children's bloodline. Depending on how many children you have and how many children's fathers you have. Those were your contracts. You alchemized it. And now you get to reap the 10 of cups, 10 of light, 4444. Some of you will feel real love reciprocated back to you for the first time in your life with no ulterior motives, no trauma bonding. Two healed people collaborating, blended family. For real though. Because if the person is trying to come in and do something other than that, they're just going to get held back. I don't recommend they walk up against that wall of fire. That shit is hot. It's the kind of flame that comes from the creator. A high level commitment is here. You're coming into union, and this person's bloodline, because of the child that you've raised, their bloodline is assisting in this spiritual marriage. Like, you got spirit realm talking. You set a lot of people free too. Somebody's bloodline had a lot of ancestors that were bound in the earth, wandering souls, hundreds of years. That's what I just heard. So when you had a child with this, your child's father, you alchemized their tormented ancestors. That's what I just heard. Yeah, you downloaded this person's spirit. You're the real alchemist, though. When somebody releases their seed in you, you're downloading their spirit. 7 of Wands. Yeah. And then you created a child and turned it into something else. A very upstanding adult. That's beautiful. Yeah, judgment got called down on the bloodline. Everything's in alignment, quite literally. Whoa. The sands of time, the days of our lives, whatever that is. Clarify. Yeah, I cannot make this up. You got the Ace of Cups and you got the Four of Swords in the reverse. So somebody is losing sleep over the fact that you're getting the Ace of Cups. Show the truth, Spirit. Let the truth spell kick in. I can only tell the truth. I can only see the truth. I can only speak the truth. Knight of Swords is speaking the truth. Ace of Cups. Spirit says what this is the truth. Somebody, what's the Four of Swords in the reverse? Somebody is losing sleep over the fact that you're moving forward passionately. The Knight of Wands is like feeling energetic or young or new beginning, excited about a new beginning, speaking about a new beginning. But you're moving like, this is like fast thinking. Somebody's thinking about your new beginning. Somebody's up all night really thinking about your new beginning. Like, seriously, no joke. It's causing a tower. Damn. Four of Swords in the reverse with the tower. It's causing a tower. Clarify the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Swords with the Knight of Wands. Yeah, because your ancestors are coming in to stabilize the situation. Hence the fact that Earth energy is here, Queen of Pentacles. No matter when your birthday is, you're in this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy because you've mastered all the elements, okay? I love all the signs. Whatever people subscribe to, I love it. I read your spirit. I'm going to read your aura. If you're not feeling good that day, that's fine. Just go get yourself together. Come back when you feel better because I'm planning on having a good day. That's my motto. That's my mantra. That is law. 7 of Cups. Something about choices. Okay? Something about options. Somebody's losing sleep over the fact that you have multiple options and it's all good. Yeah, look, they're looking to see what you're going to choose. This person is not in a good space. Their own ancestors are rewarding you. And Spirit says, even if the child passed away, because for some of you, my condolences, you may have lost a child. Okay, that just came through. Spirit says, you still alchemized it. You still alchemized it. King of Cups energy. You treated it with love. That was about acceptance. Yeah, that loss was about acceptance. The Hangman and the Emperor. The lesson was for the father because the child was not made with the right intentions. This is what Spirit is showing me. So, sometimes we have spiritual reasons why. Use your own discernment here. This is a very touchy, triggering subject. But the child didn't make it because this man had bad intentions. This is what Spirit is showing me. So this man could have done sex magic, rituals. Maybe they were trying to transfer a demon to you. Maybe they wanted you to give birth to a child that had a certain spirit. Maybe this level of alchemy you hadn't mastered yet. So your bloodline was like, nah, bro, we can't co-create with this dude. We'll tell you why later. This is the energy that I'm seeing. And that could seem a little brash, a little harsh, but listen, this is what I see. This is what they're saying. The reason why the child didn't make it are for reasons that you couldn't even have fathomed at the time on a spiritual level. But because your intentions were good, yeah, this man, 9 of Cups, some of them were purposely trying to get you pregnant. This could have led to 9, 10, 12 years of karma, and your bloodline was just like, nah. Because your connection to the divine, your bloodline was like, nah. If you, with the 9 of Cups, these are men that purposely wanted to get you pregnant, to bind you. Yeah, look, to drain you, strength. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. 9 of Cups is birth, 9 months. 9 of Pentacles is planting a seed, baby, to take your power. Woo-wee. Spirit says it was more than morning sickness, honey. That was alchemy. That's like 2 bloodlines coming together that are unfamiliar because of the man's intentions. His intentions, when he released into you, what he felt. If he was touching your head, rubbing your forehead, yeah, you got a warlock on your hands. That's what they do. Talking in your ear. This is mine. He's speaking curses over you. It's like, how can something be mine and yours at the same damn time? Child, bye. This is my body. The Queen of Wands. Something about your fire, something about your passion. Yeah, somebody saw this as an opportunity. So if you lost a child, you still alchemize something within the bloodline. Everything happens for a reason. Yeah. Exiled in the reverse. For some of you, you terminated pregnancies. Okay. Because you could see what you had co-created. Oh, no. I almost couldn't even get my words out. Like, somebody does not want this to come out. Hey, some of these people tried to transfer a demon to you. Look at the way you got your hand up. There's a warlock right now that's so mad that this is coming out because they're planning to do this to somebody real soon. So if you just met somebody, talk to the ancestors a little bit longer. Look at yourself. Ask yourself what's really going on here. But for some of you, you see that monster? Somebody had intentions for this pregnancy, but exiled. Something would have took you down, and I don't recommend that people terminate pregnancies. I'm not saying that. It's not, but the spiritual aspects, we read in the spirit. I just got to keep it real. We read in the spirit. It's from a higher perspective. The 2 of Swords. These are spiritual contracts that one decides to take on or not. Some of you regret getting rid of certain children. Something about forgiveness. Spirit says it's time to move on. You're a new woman now. You're completely different. You're not obligated to hold yourself to who you were in the 90s. Although she was a really good person, you know a whole lot more now than you did back then. You are the divine feminine. Now you got somebody coming in for real. These men now, these real grown ones, not the ones that are pretending, because they can't pretend for too long. Not when spirit is in the middle of it. If you're praying for the truth, you're going to see it. These new men coming in are nice. You got the 10 of Wands. This stresses somebody out. I don't know who this child's father is or whatever's going on, but they're stressed out to the point of they don't even know how to be stressed out no more. Somebody could have even passed away in their family and they're hiding this. Clarify. Yeah. Spirit realm caught that ass up. The 7 of Swords in the reverse. This person's been causing a lot of problems for a long year. For some of you, for a long time, excuse me. For some of you, it's been 7 years. Child. This is the message. Whoever this child's father is, though, they've been demoted to sperm donors. So, and this is being deemed by the spirit realm. Enough, spirit says. The child has chosen a journey and a path, and they're going towards the Ace of Cups. So they may have, again, this is like destiny swap. Somebody wanted to swap out their karma with the child and still get access to your energy. So a lot of what you were feeling wasn't even being done to you because this person couldn't access you. They were trying to do it to the child. Ooh-wee. When you got a warlock narcissist trying to come up against you, baby, you are coming up against something for real. Oh my God. We could talk about it, but why? There's nothing that they could do about it. When a woman is fed up, it ain't nothing you can do about it. It's a supernatural power that it just comes out of this world. I'm telling you. It's so divine. And then to be able to give birth to a better version, alchemizing the seed in the bloodline and cleaning it up and tossing it back to the person like, here, I cleaned up your bloodline for you. There you go. And then there's a better version of them that's nothing like them walking the earth, also known as the child. Oh, that's not easy. Now, there are some circumstances where it's the other way around, where you got a divine masculine with a karmic feminine. But in this particular case, the download was specifically for the divine feminine. Spirit says, listen, this sperm donor has been demoted to sperm donor. Like, for real, for real. They may even be like sending him back into his memories, back into the womb to heal himself. Because you cleaned the hell up out of this bloodline. It's your prayers. You may have even prayed for this person. Them prayers work. And now your child gets to reap the benefits, and so do you. The 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups is coming in, baby. The Ace of Cups, that Ace of Cups, they can't stop it. It's a wrap. I love y'all, okay? If this resonated, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you soon. Peace be with you.